we doing, everyone? BMW GS Experience Day. Test ride some bikes. We're up in Maleny, Queensland. Yeah, we've got a couple of test rides today. Just had our driver debrief where they go through all of the features of the bike and all that kind of jazz. First time I've ridden a GS. Okay, what mode am I in? Let's get this out of faggot mode. Enduro, sick cunt. Nah. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So we got Enduro. Enduro's good, I think. Oh geez, she's tall. So yeah, haven't been blogging for a while. Just life's been a bit busy. The horn is a lot higher than mine. It seems. I'm used to being a bit lower. So what are we in? Enduro. Let's okay, jeez. Okay, so we got quick shifter on. Yeah, we got quick shifter in these things. So that's good. Now let's go to fucking hard and not be a pussy. I've ridden a lot of the other bikes that have this kind of shit, like the S1000R and whatnot. This has got full dynamic ESA, so a little bit better in that regard. Like you can actually see the ride height change when you click it around. It changes the preload electronically. Let's close that, eh? Let's turn some grip heaters on. I rode down up actually on the S1000. Took about 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours. I could have went straight up the highway, but I thought, nah, bugger that. So I came through the hills, up Fernvale, Somerset, all that kind of stuff. Over there, actually. Yeah, good day for it. So part of these days, they go through, it's basically, you know, a selling marketing thing, you know. It's like $80, so I thought, fuck it, I'll come out, get a free t-shirt, free food, blah, 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 and all that jazz. Am I going to buy one? Probably not. I find these things, I don't know. Well, we'll see, I guess. We'll see. On initial observations, it is quite chuckable. I'm kind of spewing. I'm not booked in to get a GSA ride for my 2 o'clock session, but apparently there's a couple of guys that aren't here yet, so I might be able to sub into one. I've got an F800 booked, which I've ridden a mate of mine's, one of them before, and yeah, you know, all well and good, but I'd like to try something different. And the GSA, I mean, that's king ding-a-ling, so I wouldn't mind giving that one a crack. So apparently we go through these roads for a little bit, and then we'll go into some gravel, do the, you know, they do their standard ABS traction control demo, which is, you know, it's good gouge for those guys that have never ridden one before, or a bike with those kind of features before. Kind of comfy. And this is in hard. I mean, obviously we're on the highway, but yeah, I could definitely see, like, they demoed it before, they were bouncing the bike in soft, and holy shit, it was a lot softer than I thought it would be. Pretty much full deflection. Alright, cool. It's good that I've got a quick shifter in this, because one thing I've noticed about these flat engines is they are very torquey. Oh, see, that's still chunky. That's not very, see that, that's not very smooth. It's probably better than, I don't know, like, see, even lifting the throttle. They're definitely a lot better now they've got a full fly-by-wire throttle. I remember I've ridden other bikes with quick shifters and all that. Like, I think the K model from memory, the throttle, there was a bit of lag there. It's just a bit doughy, being a cable throttle. These are pretty good. Oh God, we really need to crank this up. I'm not getting a good test ride here. I think I'm gonna drift back a bit, I think. Oh, it's not too bad with a bit more throttle on board. Yeah, actually, that's a lot better. Say 50% throttle, quick shifter works really nicely. Downshifts are okay. So it's quite firm through the shifter. It is quite a positive engagement to hit it. You don't have that sort of sponginess, I guess, that the double R shifter has. A bit different. Jeez, I'll tell you what, she tips in really nicely. I'm tempted to go straight to Enduro Pro. Apparently Enduro Pro disables rear ABS completely. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I can crank it up a little bit. Big bike. Surprisingly, actually, how good they feel lent over. I wouldn't have expected that for such a big bike. Oh, my hands are getting a bit toasty. I'll drop back. I need to get past this guy. He's pissing me off. Thank you. Miss shift. Yeah, they got a bit of grunt. They do alright, that's for sure. I like it. So, I guess on initial reaction, this compared to say something like an S1000 XR, I guess they're kind of aiming at the same segment, but not really. Like, this is definitely an off-road bike, or it can be. On-road manners, I'm actually really impressed with this so far. It's quite good. I'd say I'd rather this than an XR, and that for me is saying a lot, considering traditionally I do not like this engine at all. But in this application it actually feels pretty good. This is just pedestrian. It's a bit of a different crowd, I guess. A lot of older guys here compared to the double R day where you got like hooligans. I don't want to be that guy who's just a fucking menace on a corporate day sort of thing. But in saying that, they did give us a bit of freedom and said, you know, feel free to test the acceleration of the bike, brakes, pass people, blah, blah, blah. It's just, yeah, I don't want to be a pest about it, but this is fucking ridiculous. I don't even know how fast I'm going here. How fast am I fucking... Oh, yeah, speedo. I'm looking for a fucking digital speed in the cluster. Not there. All analog. Come on, buddy. Let me through.
He's going to start his braking on the bitumen and let the bike run onto the gravel. Doesn't change the brake pressure. Lets the system and the braking
Wow. That is impressive. Enduro or Enduro Pro? It does work. Let's just slide a little bit. I'm just in Enduro too. Does work, fuck yeah. Impressive. All this traction control works in Enduro Pro. Yeah, no, that's definitely looser. There's definitely a difference in Enduro Pro, even with the traction control. It feels like it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Traction control frees up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so...
Because I went up with Enduro, then came down with Enduro Pro. I was like, yeah, definitely a lot less intervention.
A little bit more freedom even on the traction control
Yeah.
side of things. A little, not much, a tiny bit.
The ABS feels fantastic though.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So yeah, we'll go back to road mode now, guys. Spitting a few rocks out there.
Yeah, I was Enduro Pro. Yeah.
Copped a few.
Oh, just
Maybe close to go to gas and stuff down. The rock lines are down.
fuck me, traction control really has a fart there. Yeah, it's pretty clear why BMW does really well in this segment. That felt, I mean, this is, you know, besides the GSA, this is the heaviest bike they got, and that felt really easy to control. Yeah, great fucking bike. I can kind of see, I remember I was talking to one of the salesmen at the dealership, and he was a big fan of these, saying that he actually prefers to ride these hard than like the S-Series bikes. And I can, at the time I was like, you're an idiot, like what the hell are you talking about? But I can kind of see where he's coming from. These things, it's very easy to just let the bike do all the work. You don't have to do much with your body. Oh, they got wheelie control too. Or maybe that was traction. I don't know. Yeah, turn the shit off to do that. Smash an old mate with rocks. That's Miscusi. Well, that's what you get for falling so close, buddy. Just leave it in third and just fucking motor on out. Yeah, wow. Oh, fuck me, that was traction control there. Far out. That's a shit ton of torque. From, what, 2,000 revs? Wow. No, 4,000 revs, sorry. Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Feels a lot less thrashy than the other boxer motors that I've tried. Jesus Christ, it's on it all the time. There, it feels good. Quick shifter. So, okay, so above about 4,000 revs, feels really good. A little bit buzzy at 6,000. It's 1,200, man. Fuck yeah. They're no S1000 brakes, but they're not bad. This traction. I'm tempted to try it without it, but I'm not going to. Because it doesn't hook up that well for me to feel like it should be using traction control. Like, I'm used to a lot more mechanical traction on a superbike, where this thing is just like, yeah, no, like the amount of forward acceleration that I'm getting relative to the traction control intervening, it just doesn't feel right. I'm used to having to push a lot harder for it to kick in. It's a credit to the system, I guess. No, I like this. This is nice. I don't want to take an F800. Fuck that. That's a novelty. Being able to stand up and still hold the bars. Actually, that's a good test, you know, like steering at cruise. What am I doing? The 80. Oh, yeah, definitely more top heavy than a double R, but still quite steerable. Like, I'll take it through this little sweeper. It's a tiny little sweeper, but no problem. Doesn't veer. Tracks straight as, which is good. Oh, what do they like on fuel? Let's have a look. Engine temp 83. Liters per 100 5.9. Cons 2. Speeds 30. That's pretty good, eh? Let me see. Oh yeah, tyre pressure monitors. Cool. 2.2 bars. What's that? 28. 28. Fucking like 30 something. I don't know. What's this bike got on it? What's the date? Temp 18 degrees. Don't believe that for a second. Where's the 100? 5.9. Not bad. Cool. So that's the GS Experience on the R1200GS. I approve. Hello, sexy.